Hello, and welcome back to All Systems Go. We have the same four people here: Abby, Logan, Sean, and Sarah. As
One
per
day we'll get someone
usual.
new.
And we're playing Tales from the Loop tonight, which we haven't played, I think, in actually a month. So I'm very excited.
Yes, I think we are all excited. We love it.
So,
It's so much fun.
Yes.
to kick off, Sean, do you want to tell the people what we know?
Yes, Sean will inform you about what recently transpired. Okay, so just finished dealing with the crazy birds and the guy who was helping the birds. So we did that, and then moving into our new sort of situation, we were looking into what Miss Blanken, the police officer, had been investigating, which was a series of strange disappearances around one of the lakes in the area. And Ms. Blanken, maybe in a bout of oversharing, informed us that her entire family was abducted by aliens, which I'm still not sure what to do with that information, to be honest. But eventually we made it to the lake, and we thought everything seemed pretty normal until some of the loop scientists were doing a couple studies in the lake. And suddenly, I think one of them disappeared, or like an entire boat disappeared. I can't quite remember.
One of them
Um,
disappeared and they were on a boat, but
yeah, one of them just disappeared, and none of the other scientists were really thrown off by that at all, which is in and of itself kind of odd. And then I think Theo actually spotted maybe a little something of the monster as we were heading back to land. And then we tried to sort of infiltrate the loops, maybe little like
Field
water
office.
testing. Yeah, field office. That's a good word for it, I guess. Where they were doing some of the testing for the lake, and we succeeded, but we did not find anything interesting at all. So we kind of called it for that, and we will
you found that
circle.
other scientists had also gone missing because they had that scheduling board with all
Yes,
the names.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw like the
Lots
schedule,
of scientists had gone missing, a significant amount.
but
So I
it
guess
still could be aliens.
could still be aliens. Who knows? It's an underwater alien. And we headed back to town. Theo, I think, was still kind of checking in on her and realized that something was a little off with her, and then kind of went to investigate and found a strange sort of doppelganger of his janitor friend, Per. And so now they the entire group, he called for backup, and the entire group is investigating the school. um Per, the who we think is the actual Per, is safe in a utility closet after he informed us that something crazy was happening. And as the three intrepid heroes were investigating the school, they discovered like 5 to
Bodies!
6 dead bodies. Woo! Just the prize you're looking for in a school. I think specifically they'd investigated like the chemistry lab,
Yeah.
and they found some tarp covered objects that looked suspiciously humanoid.
I think you had just opened the door, got that waft of
Opened it?
formaldehyde dead body smell,
Closed it,
and then we'll pick up there, drop you right in.
Whew,
Hashtag literally don't know what to do.
yeah, literally don't know what to do. I think Theo's last words exactly were dry heaving, and then we need to call the police because there are dead bodies here.
Of note, I will go back to the initial rules of the game because there's 6 different rules, and the third rule is that adults are out of reach and out of touch. So adults will not help you. So you can go to the police, But I'll just tell you now that they're not gonna pay attention.
They're not gonna listen to us when we tell
No.
them there's 5 dead bodies
They're
they
gonna
could
be
easily
like,
find
I'm
in
sure
the
the
school.
cadavers are just there so that you can do dissections on them.
Oh yeah, because school children do human body dissections all the time.
In the chemistry lab.
In the chem lab. All right, it's fine. You know, yeah, it's everyday stuff here.
Except not.
Wait, okay. So, for clarity's sake,
Yes.
we haven't seen the bodies. There's just tarp-covered
There's
humanoid
tarp-covered
things.
Yes, body-shaped tarps
Like on the floor.
Body-shaped tarps.
on the floor. And I don't think there's 5 or 6 of them. I think there's like 3.5 of them.
3.5.
Worse.
It's almost worse.
Emmy is not afraid of #not afraid of anything.
True?
My pride. Girl is gonna mask it up COVID-19 style. And she is gonna be like, we gotta see what's in here. We gotta see what's under these tarps. So I think she investigates.
Okay. Roll. Yeah, investigate.
Okay.
How do you play this game?
What is it that you do?
You have to get 6s.
1 success.
1 success. So you go into this room and you can kind of like pull up the edges of these tarps and you can see, bodies, adult seeming bodies.
Seeming is a strange
adult
word.
seeming bodies. I don't know how much you want to investigate the bodies.
Was seeming applied to adult, human, or bodies?
Yeah,
Adult.
that's the question. Okay,
Okay.
adult. So
Adult hyphen seeming
most likely
bodies.
adults. Okay. So I'm like, yep, that's probably a human and that's probably an adult.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you more information if you actually want to like de-tarp the body fully, but that's up to you.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm de-tarping those
I'll help her
bodies.
de-tarp a body.
Okay.
I'm
Theo
gonna let-
is outside and not involved in the dead bodies.
Theo
He's
is-
on the
was.
lookout.
extreme nausea.
He doesn't like dead people.
Borje
it
works
is
on a farm.
Not
Yeah.
accustomed to dead things.
You get dead bodies on farms all the
Yeah,
time.
sometimes if an abduction goes awry, they fall from the sky, and then you just bury them in a field.
It's just dead cornbread everywhere.
You know they wash up in the river. Who knows?
Okay, why don't you roll another... Well, no, roll a d6 to determine, like, how much you know about these bodies. 6 being the best. Okay.
Cool.
So Amy whips out her dictionary. Encyclopedia. Whatever you have.
It's an encyclopedia.
Okay.
With my own personalized notes.
And you flip
It's
to
Encyclopedia
A for
Wikipedia.
anatomy. And you're looking at this little human diagram. And you can see that this body before you has been mostly flayed, which is just wonderful.
Oh my god, no way, this is so intense.
I'm sorry, is this Game of Thrones? Like, what just happened?
I love how casually you said
Mostly
that.
flayed.
Okay, noted.
Hashtag mostly flayed.
Emmy is taking this moment to give Borje a casual anatomy lesson because he needs to pass anatomy class.
Yeah, apparently, it's
What's better than
one of the
hands-on
requirements.
study?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, handy. This is the ligament system. Borje, I'm gonna need you to focus.
I'm not familiar with the ligament system, so this is great.
And so yeah, mostly flayed. One of the legs has been like cut down the middle and like pieces are taken out of it. And then similarly, like some, like maybe one eyeball is missing and also like the tongue, like it's this body's just like.
So like pieces have been taken out.
Does it look purposeful? Like, is it like, oh, this leg was cut in half? Or is it like something ripped this leg somewhat in half?
It looks like it's a clean cut, surgical, yeah.
Somebody's
Borje,
stealing body parts.
Roll? What do I want?
I don't even know. Emmy's like, Theo, you might want to stay out there.
Okay. Bonus dice. 0?
Yeah, 0. Okay.
Hey.
So the body next to this one that you haven't detarped yet, you can see like an arm hanging out the side, and you see this lovely bracelet that Mona the librarian used to wear.
No.
I will take that bracelet. Leave the arm.
Yep. I mean, the arm is attached to a body. It's not.
I mean, you should definitely take the arm.
Oh, okay. No, I'll take the bracelet.
Yeah.
Maybe like tuck the arm back into the tarp and cover it up. No, I don't tell Amy. I think you're just like giving him a lesson. He's bored. Like looks over.
Yeah.
Oh, reaches over, grabs
I'm just
that.
like pointing at things. Okay, so I don't know about Mona.
Emmy can roll empathize if you want to see if you know about Mona.
I have 0 dice. Emmy is not meant to be empathetic.
Wait, don't you have
get
mind?
To add mind, yeah. So you'll get 4 dice.
Okay. All right, we'll try. Let's go, Mona.
Nope, you don't notice.
Nope. Okay. Do I have to take a condition?
No.
Yeah, I think Emmy's like, okay, that's that. Puts the tarp back on. And is there like anything else? Like, are there computers in this room? Is there like anything else notable about this room, or is it just like the bodies?
A regular chemistry lab, so they have some like maybe it's just a science lab, we'll say. So they've got like some glassware, but it's all cleaned up and like in cabinets or sitting on shelves since school's out. And there's microscopes that are like have their covers on them for the summer as well at different stations on these booths. But these bodies are kind of just like sitting in the middle of the lab. It's very weird.
Can we tell how long they have been dead?
Ooh.
Can roll comprehend.
Can roll comprehend.
I'd rather not.
I
will anyway.
Okay. You might know.
There's a 1 in 6 chance.
Yeah!
Good job.
Farm knowledge.
Yeah, so let me get up this.
Borje is just so insightful today.
I know, he's seen a lot of bodies fall onto the farm.
Seen many a dead body,
many a dead animal in the countryside.
The bodies seem fairly old, I think. Like at least a couple of weeks, at least that first one.
Okay, so this tells us there's been some shoddy janitorial work this summer.
Of note also for Emmy, this room also has a lot of mechanical parts like sitting on the workbenches. And then some freezers that seem like they are not normally there.
Yeah. Emmy's like, this was new. This is new equipment. This was not here before. I did not get to use these things.
Theo, can you roll comprehend really quick while Sarah's talking?
I feel like she just like straight up goes over to the freezers and she's like, there's probably body parts in here. But let's find out.
Theo does not comprehend anything. Which is why he's outside watching to make sure no one's coming towards us.
Is Tinker good for you?
Who?
It's not bad.
Okay. Also roll Tinker, just in case.
3 in Tinker. It's not really much better.
No,
than
okay.
Comprehend. Not my strong suit.
Breaker.
Open those freezers.
Yeah, so Emmy is opening those freezers.
All right.
She's straight up just going in for the kill.
All right, roll investigate.
Investigation. Ba, ba, ba.
2 success.
Ooh. What's my bonus? I always forget.
You get to ask additional questions.
That's right. Okay.
Or you get additional... Yeah, ask 1 additional question.
Yeah. So 3 questions. So Emmy's like, okay, this lesson's over. Let's see what's in the fridge. She scurries over.
Yeah. So you open this freezer and you find an assortment of nicely arrayed body parts, obviously.
Perfect. Yes.
Organized by type.
She expected this.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
And you can ask questions on that finding.
Okay. These questions are so hard.
I think what does it mean is a pretty solid start.
What threats do I perceive here?
Where is it? What does it mean? Yeah, let's start with what does it mean?
So you can see there's like the metallic pieces, like machinery pieces almost, like laying around on these benches. And it seems like there are like nuts and bolts that have also fallen to the floor. And then that maybe like there's some like body gunk smears on the workbenches too. So it looks like something has been assembled using both body parts and machinery.
Okay. So Emmy's like, what we have here is some sort of cyborg. Human cyborg analog. Okay.
Definitely ask, how can I get into something? The something being the freezer.
I'm already into it.
No, but get inside of it.
Oh, like me just like crawl inside of it?
Yeah, and set a trap.
What has happened here is kind of the same thing.
What is hidden here?
What is hidden here?
Where is it? Might be.
Yeah, what is hidden here and where is it? Let's try that. So far, nothing has been hidden.
All right, yeah. What is hidden here? So you're like searching. Well, you're probably not searching. You open this freezer and then you close this freezer.
Digging into the dead body parts.
And then you're kind of
so nicely organized.
You're investigating these bench tops, and you can see like a very fine wire like hooked into the wall across from you that kind of goes like through the air above these bench tops and then hooks into the door that you didn't come in. And I think maybe there's one that goes to the door you did come in, but it looks like it's like loose, so it doesn't do anything.
So it's definitely like a spy booby trap that was not set off. Potentially. Like it was supposed to be like a tripwire or something that was attached to the door we came into.
You could roll to see if you want to know what it does, you could.
Yes, I do. Is that a calculate?
I think calculate.
It's a mechanical thing? Okay.
And you get bonus dice because you're following up on your investigate information.
Ooh, good point. One bonus dice.
I think you get 2 because you had 1 additional. Never mind. You only get 1.
I think that depends if the information overlaps.
I'll do the 1. We'll be risky.
You're gonna reroll?
Yes. Hashtag yes. Does it include my bonus?
Oh no! All right.
Okay.
So,
Abby's like,
So you're investigating this wiring.
So I'm like, yeah, I guess
you kind of like follow it to the source, and then maybe I don't know. There's like some maybe Theo checks in on you guys and like makes a loud noise and spooks you, and like you put too much force on this wire, and you can hear like an explosion go off at the other door. Like a significant-ish explosion, and you get blown back, and you can mark injured.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
I think this is above our pay grade.
I think we need to retreat and come back with a better plan, because whatever set this off is going to hear the explosion and come running.
They only kill seeming adults, though.
That's true. They're not interested in little
Kids
children.
Cannot die in this game. But we don't know
be
that.
Exploded.
So.
Yeah, I feel like Emmy gets like knocked, and her glasses get like knocked askew, and she has to. And she like maybe she like sprains her arm or something, and she has to like hold it in a wrist. And she can't use her encyclopedia anymore, so we have to retreat.
Yeah, then all is lost if Emmy cannot use her encyclopedia.
Where to? Theo! She's like, Theo!
We need to find Purr and make sure he is safe, and then we need to go. And Purr is gonna be our target. Real Purr.
Real Purr.
Borje will like carry Emmy, even though her arm is what's hurt, he'll still carry her.
I think you succeeded on a contact and got the extra thing that you could just find him, right?
Right, okay. Yes. I do not have to roll to find Purr for the rest of this adventure.
Purr or fake Purr? Or either?
I mean, I guess that's up to DM discretion, but...
That's tricky.
So I think what happens is as you all kind of leave this exploding room really quickly, you can hear like heavy patter of footsteps like coming down one of the hallways that's kind of adjacent-ish to where you are. So you take off down this hallway, you swing by this janitorial closet where you left Real Purr, and you can try to bring him with or talk to him if you want, but you have to do something quickly.
Yeah, Theo's definitely going to try and at least talk to him. Can I roll move for that, maybe?
Sure, yeah.
For, like, moving quickly? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Reroll that. Oh, my gosh! Oh, wow. Okay. So, that doesn't work out.
Mark exhausted, I think.
Exhausted.
You have been doing a lot of running.
Yeah, a lot of running.
I have been.
So you're running by this janitorial closet, and you see Purr like come out of it where you left him as you're running, because he can hear your footsteps, and he's like, "What was the explosion?" And you kind of explain it to him a little bit, and he's like, "Okay, go, I'll hold it off." And you like,
no, Purr, come with us.
You can roll charm if you want to have him come with you.
Oh, okay. Charm.
Mona, your old librarian girlfriend is in there. Her body's in there.
Not particularly charming. Oh.
Go ahead and re-roll that.
Re-roll that.
We're all like, go ahead and try again.
No, that's horrible luck.
You don't have any
successes.
bonuses?
I mean, no. My items don't make any sense. And my pride is secretly help people. This is not secret.
That's true.
You failing on this roll reminded me of last session when I got 1 success the entire night.
Yep.
So, now it's your turn.
So you're running down. He comes out of the closet. He's like, go, go. And he pushes you behind him. And you can see the black mask purr, like, whip around the corner at, like, jet speed. And
okay,
your real purr, like, kind of limps out towards him. And he's, like, shaking his mop at him and, like, trying to scare him off. And you guys just take off and run.
He waxes the floor.
Okay, great.
Well, now we'll never have to be dead. We won't be confused on which is which again, because it's only the fake one left.
The real one will not survive this. Okay.
Where are we going,
I don't think
guys?
Theo would leave.
You don't think Theo? Okay, you could stay. That's fine.
If Purr was seriously, like, if he thought Purr was seriously in danger, he would not leave.
I think Borje would grab Theo. Like, when Theo stops to go back, he'd, like, grab Theo's hand and pull him out of the school so he doesn't also die. And he's like a little twig in Borge's corn-fed farm boy.
I want you to know that I have force too.
Do you guys want to fight each
other out?
You
could force off.
Yeah.
Force off. Okay. We just both roll force?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll it right now. 2 successes, even though I'm exhausted.
Well, this is no
He's
longer
crazy.
fun.
He's gone into a minute.
Ah!
You try and pull Theo away, and Theo rips free and runs after.
Well, to be fair, Borje is also carrying Emmy in one arm, so
yeah.
That's
and it's like, Purr, I will help you fight him. Give me a wrench. Give me a mop. I'll do whatever I need to do.
Abby's laughing at our imminent death.
I'm not going down.
Okay.
I feel like that's a bad sign.
No. It's always good.
Oh, okay.
How far do you think you made it before you turned back around?
I think maybe, like, I imagine, like, we're running down a hallway, catch Purr, and we're, like, maybe 20 feet from an exit, and we get, like, 10 feet down, and Purr's, like, back, and is like, I'll protect you, just run for the exit. And we get 10 feet down towards the exit. We're 10 feet away, and Theo's like, no, I can't let Purr face this alone. Like, I have to help him for all he's done for me. And so they're very close to the exit, and we're not that far from Purr.
Okay. So you turn back around. The other two of you can decide what you want to do. But Theo, what do you... Purr's going after this very quick pseudo Purr with a mop. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just gonna... I mean, do I see anything around me that I can use as a weapon?
Ooh.
Is there a fire extinguisher?
No, there's nothing around. I mean, maybe a fire extinguisher, but that's not really... It's gonna be more bulky than weaponized.
Well, then otherwise I think Theo would just, like, force, like, use whatever he has, like, either bull rush this weird thing, or I mean, he's not a stranger to scraps, you know. He gets into fights. And he's held his own before.
Can we help him?
I flashback.
I flashback.
You could help with lead if one of you told Theo to go back and help her. I don't know that either of you would.
I actively tried to not let that
Yeah.
And he's like, my arm's broke. My only idea is that I could pull the fire alarm.
I was just thinking that.
I know, I was thinking about that too.
I was like, Purr, just wax those floors. Pull that fire alarm.
So, if you
We're
just
probably
wanna,
not supposed to fight this thing.
if you just want to force it, it has a special attribute, which would make the difficulty 2 to do anything to it. It has specifically feels no pain.
So I have to get
You have to get 2 successes to get a
successes
success.
on a force?
Yes.
I mean, I could try and sneak, but that doesn't really make sense. If I wanted to, like, ambush it from behind while Purr distracts it.
Okay, what's our goal? Is our goal to get Purr out of there?
Our goal is to save Purr.
Okay.
He is not willing to let Purr die to this thing.
Yeah, I feel like Emmy is like, I cannot lose my only friends. Purr, kind of, she doesn't really care about Purr all that much, but she knows that Theo does. And I feel like she's just sitting in like Borge's holding her like this, and she's just sitting like a head and shoulders above him, assessing the situation. And I think she's either gonna like pull the fire alarm if it's close, or like hit the sprinkler. Like, I think she's like maybe tall enough that she could like hit the sprinkler head, and that would, I don't know, make the floor slippery and like give Purr time to like run away.
Sure.
Or probably like alert the fire department or something.
And also like attract attention. Like, people will have to come.
You could do, I would say, force or tinker to get the sprinkler system to go.
No. Both of those I have 0 in. But let's see how much more tech I have compared to body. Okay.
I can lead you, maybe like lift you up.
Oh yeah, try that. Give me a little boost. Be like, Emmy, and you just like toss me.
maybe I don't toss you, but yeah.
Toss me.
Toss me. You're gonna have to
Whoa.
toss me.
3 successes.
Sweet.
So you get 6 dice.
6 die. Yeah. Wow.
I lift you up.
Die?
Yeah.
With
it's
one
like
hand.
It's like we're
Cheerleading.
What are those? Ice skaters. Like,
Oh,
I just lift you.
It is. It's like a partner lift. In the most beautiful ice lift of all. Okay, so I'm going to do Tinker with 6 bonus dice. And may the gods be with me.
No!
What? If I re-roll, will that put my... Will that count
It
my
should
dice?
do the bonus, yeah.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, Purr was not meant to live.
Jesus, take the
That's
wheel!
insane.
Oh my good lord. Let's...
Oh my goodness!
What is
What
this?
is this?
Out
Roll
of
20.
16 die? Oh my
That's pretty bad.
gosh.
Pretty bad.
Oh my word. Maybe the thing is just broken. Maybe it never worked anyway.
Yeah, it probably is. There's some
was
shoddy
just for
janitorial
show.
work.
Like, there was nothing wrong with Borge's move and, like, Emmy's execution.
You pulled the lever
that
all the way down, just nothing happened.
just, like, breaks off.
You're Mark upset. Are you upset about that?
Yeah. Yeah, my perfect plan would arrive. Janet doesn't have to deal with this crap. Alarms are there for a reason. So she's now both upset and injured.
Yeah. Theo, what are you doing?
Oh,
Anything? Or Borje? Either.
I mean, Theo's still gonna go with his plan to
Force?
just fight, just force.
Yep.
trying to think of a way to not have you do that. Nothing's coming to mind.
Well, I can't die, so there you go.
Sure.
That's something. You roll that force.
You're just rendered comatose permanently.
Oh my
Two
goodness!
successes! Oh yeah.
We were just saving all the luck for you, Theo.
Theo is filled with pure rage and terror, and the adrenaline is so high that he just, I think, like, Theo, or I think Per switched to like he had his wrench in the closet,
Mhm.
but he switched to a mop because he was like, I'm gonna try and keep him kind of away from me with the mop. And Theo picks up that wrench and is just like, die! It's like, I hate you, you abomination. You killed people, and now you're threatening my best friend, who's like the only adult who listens to me.
Yeah.
And is just like mindless berserk rage.
Okay. That is disturbing. Appropriately disturbing.
Appropriately disturbing. This has been a very stressful, like, 15 minutes. Like, not even like an hour. Like 15 to 30 minutes.
What if that was the real Per running after the fake bird to protect you, and then you turn around and kill the real Per?
Logan, no one needs that in their life right now, okay? 2020 is bad enough.
Can we see what, like, while they're fighting, can we, like, observe anything about this creature?
Sure.
We're just watching it.
Roll.
While she says that, she has -2 on all of her rolls.
Roll comprehend.
Okay.
Go for -3.
Can I use my encyclopedia?
How are you going to use your encyclopedia?
I'm going to compare the biology of a normal human to the biology of what this creature is.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
It makes sense. Comprehend. 2 bonus die? 2 bonus die.
2 bonus.
Alright. So while Cleo's just beating the crap out of this thing. No!
And now the fire alarm goes off and drenches your encyclopedia.
Emmy just loses her shit and wilts with exhaustion. She just passes out into a rage faint. I don't know.
Okay. Are you marking exhausted then?
Yes.
Okay. Emmy faints into Borje.
And will no longer be doing anything until something can be done.
Per kind of comes and like peels Theo off of mutilating this cyborg.
Is it actually a cyborg?
Yeah, you can see that, like, where Theo like bashed it, you can see wires like broken and coming out and like sparking.
Oh, does he like knock it unconscious?
Yeah, I think it's dead.
Oh,
it's dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
Well, it was that easy.
Oh.
Easy.
Well, now we need to figure out what was sort of made it in the first place.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, can I investigate or can I calculate or program it?
Yeah, you can calculate.
I just plug in some numbers and it stands back up and like punches Per in the face again. I don't know.
This isn't any different than a tractor. It's fine.
It's diesel powered. Calculate, you said?
Yes.
One success.
Is
So I
calculate
get
you
to
get
ask
questions?
2 questions. Is it illegal? No. Who built it?
So yes. You can see like on the back of its neck, you like pull up this ski mask it was wearing. And there's like this metal plate that just is like hammer engraved. It's not fancy. But it says P plus M.
P plus M?
Yeah.
What?
Per plus librarian.
Machine?
What's her name?
Oh, Mona.
Mona. Per and Mona hybrid.
I get one more question.
Yeah.
What is its purpose?
Reprogram it.
Why? I don't want to reprogram this thing. That's terrifying.
Yeah, make it work for us. I mean,
Says
it
the-
is terrifying.
Says the boy who just.
What's its
Bashed its head in.
purpose?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna amend my first answer and say
Okay.
that this plate looks reused.
Okay.
And the purpose of this seems to be it's got like a scalpel and it's got like some knives like in its jacket. And maybe it has like a few body parts in like one of its pockets. And it seems like it was
just
built...
a few.
It's like, hey kids, want to buy some body parts?
This game is seeing more and more appropriate for October.
Yeah. No, it seems like this particular cyborg was built to retrieve things.
From bodies.
Probably. Uber
Right.
Eats. Gross.
Is it like a surgery assistant? Like that seems.
They're
like
called nurses,
normal.
Sean. Thank
Well,
you.
this is a cyborg, so okay.
Yeah,
Cyborg nurse.
I mean, it seems
Curses.
like it was built to take apart and retrieve body parts. Yes. Specifically.
Okay. Well, let's keep this for now. Maybe we can find out more information.
Theo's
What are
still,
we
like,
keeping? We're keeping
every
the
now
whole
and then,
thing.
like bonking it with the wrench to make sure it
Yeah.
stays dead.
We'll just go home, hook it up to a hard drive, extract its little brain memories. Just like tractors. This is how tractors work.
Just like tractors. Theo's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm beating that brain in.
Emmy's still in a dance.
Crying
Oh,
at the
poor
corner.
Emmy, exhausted.
she's exhausted. She
Okay.
angry.
Theo is like looking at Per, like shifts his focus to Per, and is like, Per, you cannot stay at the school right now. Like, I don't know why this thing was here in the first place, but it is too dangerous. Do you have anywhere else to stay?
Not really.
Rent a hotel?
I don't have that kind of money. I don't get paid. I just work here and stay here and eat here.
I don't get paid. He doesn't get paid. He's not actually the janitor this whole time.
He's just some guy that lives here.
They just were like, well, if you're gonna live here, you might as well clean.
He gets paid living wage, which is just enough for him to eat. That's it.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's the most wholesome janitor.
What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. Per. Well, you make sure you lock everything and don't go anywhere for the next couple days. Just
Theo,
Stay in your office.
I don't think you understand. That's not the only one.
What? How do you know there's
the
more?
psychic spirit of Emmy is like, camp out, go camping.
Well, now he really can't stay here.
In the school?
Yeah. It's a little bit of a problem, but
A little bit? What? Theo, oh my gosh. Can we roll to see how much money Theo has on him?
sure.
You sneak Sparks into your room. Just sneak this janitor into your room.
I'm not gonna have this elderly man in my room.
How have you acquired your money in the past?
You stole it?
I steal it from my parents.
From your parents. Okay, so go ahead and roll sneak with your lockpicks.
Okay. Oh my god!
So you just spent all your money on Borge's medicine, so you don't have any on you right now.
This is the worst. Okay.
Could he stay with Borge and help his mom out on the farm?
Yeah. We also have a hideout, but we probably don't want to take him to the hideout.
No adults
we
in the
can't take
hideout.
adults to the hideout. That's
Emmy
against the
wakes
rules.
up and she's like, no adults!
She senses what we're talking about.
She's like,
she says it in her sleep as like a mantra.
Security breach! Security breach!
No adults in the hideout. No adults in the hideout. No adults in the hideout. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he could stay at the farm.
Maybe. Yeah. Can we try and get him to stay at the farm for at least a couple days?
He's gonna have to work to stay there.
How does
come on.
I need Borge's voice. Logan.
Yeah, true. Where's Borge's accent?
It's still
Borge
formulating.
voice. Borge voice.
Pretty
He's
traumatized.
gotta program it.
Yeah. Am I allowed to just have him stay?
I mean, yeah.
I don't have to roll anything. 'Cause I
No.
go poorly. Okay. Is he willing to stay?
Yeah, he will go to the farm if you say that.
I mean, he's kind of in mortal danger if he stays at the school, so...
And why has he been here this whole time?
That's a great question.
These are questions that Emmy also would like to ask when she returns to consciousness.
We should just wait in the school, just camp out overnight.
Just use you as bait, Per. It's fine. I think 2 out of 3 of this party need to recuperate so they can
Help.
roll die at a standard
Standard
amount.
level.
Okay, so we have Per go home with Borge.
Mm-hmm.
We drag the cyborg to the secret hideout.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the tractor,
Investigate later.
we pull it.
We're like, what's that over there?
Me and Theo will need a chance to refresh. Probably, but
Emmy hacks in. So Emmy, by this point, has come to. She sensed the presence of Swedish fish in the secret hideout, and she's just gonna hop herself up on Swedish fish and be like, go to the bookstore to see Hannah, to see if she has
battery packs of Swedish fish.
Yeah, it's like emergency, instead of like a med pack, she just inhales.
It's a heroin injection of Swedish fish.
Yeah, it's fine. And food coloring. It's sugar and food coloring. You're fine. she needs to like have some way to cycle back into town. So yeah, I think she goes to visit Hannah to be like, Hannah, ever come across any cyborg conspiracy theories? That kind of a thing.
Okay. Roll. Just a d6.
Just a d6, not even give it a try a move.
That's probably better than most of your ratios.
I'm not complaining about it. 2.
Okay. So Hannah actually writes fantasy mysteries, not sci-fi mysteries. So she doesn't know about cyborgs. But she brings you, she's like, Emmy, you look really tired. And she brings you this nice little cappuccino that has like a heart in the foam.
And one little Swedish fish dropped on top.
Yeah, cut and then like it's nicely on the side.
Instead
Emmy
of the
just,
little
like,
cracker,
looks-
it's like a couple Swedish fish.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, you know, like an adult would at a bar. And how they would be like, I really needed this drink. That's basically Emmy being the little adult that she is just like, Hannah, you really know how to help a girl out. And she just, you know, quietly like tucks into her her cappuccino and musters some energy of some kind from her safe place.
Yep. Hannah will hang out with you writing, but she doesn't have any book or doesn't have anyone to share with you yet.
I'm just gonna absorb the comforting presence of Janet, the spirit of Janet.
Spirit of Janet is with you.
So that clears one condition?
That clears all of your conditions. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So she takes that time, she just centers herself, she gets the caffeine, the sugar, maybe she binds her wrist. Since she knocked it when she got hit by the explosion. She, you know, like rights her glasses, she wipes off all the dust. And she leaves a new woman, a new child, ready to conquer.
Does Hannah work at a bookstore or a library?
It's like, I feel like it's like a cafe bookstore. You know, it's not like big.
Okay.
It's not like a big library or a big bookstore, but it's like you go for coffee and you could get like cheap books there too. You know, like
I think Hannah, like as you're kind of packing up to leave, Hannah's like, "Oh, I forgot that I had something for you," and she like rushes back to her office, and she comes back with this just like a little photo. She's like, "I don't know, you must have left this here, but I found this photo of you, so I wanted you to make sure that I returned it to you," and she gives it to you.
No, 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 no. Oh my god. Emmy's like, thank you. She's like, mentally her brain is just like, we'll return to this later, but is playing it like really cool super spy on the outside, but on the inside is like, this is not normal.
The photo
I did not take this photo.
The photo's a really nice picture of your mom, your dad, you younger, and like an older boy, maybe like would have been like 3 years older than you at the time. But you don't remember taking this picture.
And I remember the boy?
No.
Great. Perfect. Her brain is like, file this for conspiracy theory. One conspiracy at a time, Emmy. But she is suitably alarmed and cycles her way back to the super secret helper gang in their hideout.
Theo, did you have conditions?
I do
I
have a
think
condition.
going back and saving Per is enough to clear your conditions.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
What better anchor bonding time than literally saving his life? So
Isn't that what caused your condition?
Did get those clutch 2 saves. No, that is not what caused my condition. I mean,
indirectly.
Indirectly, yes, but the actual force roll to save him did not.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I think Theo helps her and Boris get back to their house, and then also makes sure to lock up the cyborg, I guess, somehow.
Okay.
Like, I think he binds its hands and feet, like worried it's gonna do something crazy at any moment before dropping it off at the hideout.
Okay.
For later investigation.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Is it okay? Is it just machine, or does it also have real person body parts?
It also has real person body parts.
That was going to be my follow-up question.
Yeah. It seems like there's like a machine skeleton per se, and then there's like miscellaneous mechanical and or human organs, and then like skin kind of patched all over.
Does it smell bad?
Will start rotting. Logan and I are on the same page here.
Does it already smell bad?
No, it does not already smell bad, I'll say. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Do we have a freezer?
We could go get one from the school.
We could
plug it in to our trailer and put a body in it. We'll become
as long as we don't
killers.
Run into another serial killer cyborg. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's a good point. Maybe can I go into my house?
Yeah.
And take our fridge freezer and run it out to the super secret hideout.
Roll force.
Can I roll move?
No, you have to roll.
Good. Force is better than move. Can I use my tractor to pull this fridge across the farm?
Of course you can.
One success.
All right, so you take this like long chain that you sometimes hook up to your tractor, and you like hook it onto the fridge handle, and then you get in your tractor, and you're like, okay, Theo, you gotta maybe Per's helping you watch it. You're like, Per, stay there. You gotta watch the fridge as it comes out, and you like start up your tractor and slowly move, and you just hear like this horrible scraping noise.
Emmy is just like air traffic controlling. Yeah. She's like, yep, keep going, straight, turn.
I think the fridge comes out and then it like falls over in the grass because of the friction. So then it's like being pulled along flat ways, but
just food's falling out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Food? You mean human body parts?
This is my fridge.
Oh,
from my
your
kitchen.
fridge.
So I hope body parts don't come out. And then
you can get it in the secret hideout.
And then run an extension cord
with no generator. Yeah. Let's talk about that real quick.
It's like 8 extension cords together. It's a huge fire hazard. They go through dry grass and they're outside. It's not.
Emmy just pretends that it's not a security hazard. She's like, it's a necessary evil to secure this.
Made Per close his eyes as he pushed the fridge.
Yeah, she like spins him around a few times so he doesn't know what direction he's in. Blindfolds him.
Luckily, it seems like your Ma and Olaf have gone out shopping for the day, so they're not around when this is happening.
Point of information. Does Mom go out ever?
Very rarely.
Like, would this be cause for concern?
I think when do you think she would go out? If she goes out very rarely. I feel like it would be she's had like I don't know, like a week of bad days, which usually doesn't happen, and then she feels slightly better. So she's like, "Oh, I got to take advantage of this." And then
she goes down to the I don't know,
supermarket.
Supermarket to get some more
She goes to Hannah's
cornbread
and
mix.
gets a cappuccino.
Yeah, that's what she does. She frequents Hannah's coffee shop.
Catches the latest goss.
Okay, well, mental note about that. Hopefully, I would assume she doesn't stay out more than like an hour max before she's too tired and she has to come back.
Yeah, probably.
We want to take a quick break.
Yes, let's take
Our brains are broken. We're still processing.
Sean needs wine.
I need wine.
We will be back in 10 minutes with more wine, apparently. See you then. We're back with drinks. Hopefully you all are too. Is that water?
Yeah.
Wow.
Logan's being boring and has water.
I just don't have any alcohol right now.
What?
No, that's not true. I have
That's
like
a crime.
1% ginger beer.
That's not fun. I have this hazy IPA. It's so hazy.
Very
Ooh.
hazy. Me
Very
and Sarah
good.
enjoying a nice Bordeaux. So those French wines, very nice. Highly recommended.
Nice.
I haven't heard that before, Sean. Tell me more
They know
about
what
these
they're
French
doing.
wines.
I think they've been making them for a
Sean
little
and
while now.
Sean and Sarah's wine recommendations. French wines.
French.
Very
That's
nice.
They're very
Come
weird.
to us. We'll
Screw
tell
the
you how it
Italians.
is.
Go for the French.
All right, guys. What are you doing?
I have no
don't
idea.
None of us
Send
know,
help.
and that's why we're drinking. Okay, well, I mean, I think we're resting maybe for the night.
Okay, yeah,
Go
that's
home.
fine. You can all go home.
No, I need to have a conversation with Theo.
About what?
Mona being dead.
Oh, sure. I guess if you think that's important.
I mean, just a little, maybe.
I mean, we kind of knew she was.
Emmy doesn't get to know because she was on the hunt for Mona.
Why?
They
When?
have a relationship.
Yeah.
A little connection.
Oh, I thought you had the connection to Mona.
No, my only connection to Mona is that Purr liked Mona.
Through Purr,
Mm.
they were like a datey item. But I don't trust Purr
Same.
necessarily.
Okay.
because
Well, then
I
you
was
can go
friends
home,
with
Theo.
Mona.
I don't need you anymore.
All right, Theo leaves.
In blood splatter clothes.
It's probably minimal blood.
Blood and
actually.
grease and diesel.
Yeah, mostly grease.
He tries to clean it off first, at least.
Okay, Emmy's like arranging things in the trailer. She's like, being a little OCD, and she's just like trying to manage the conspiracy stress by hyper organizing and like booby trapping things by putting them in a certain place and
Emmett?
knowing if someone touches them.
You remember how we found the bodies back in school?
Yeah.
When you were telling me about those, was it ligament system? I wasn't paying any attention, Emma. I'm so sorry. But one of the bodies had an arm, and on the arm there was the bracelet. And I'll hold it up, and what is it? You just said it. I recognized it as being from Mona.
Yeah, she had like a highly iconic, like blue and green beaded, like handmade bead bracelet or something.
Look what I found.
Emmy's like, She was really excited. She was not thrilled that you weren't listening to her lecture, but she was thrilled that you identified an arm.
I mean, I don't even know what a ligament is.
She was like on a roller. She's like, and she's like, well, he's applying the knowledge. And then you hold up the bracelet, and her eyes just go like wide in her face, and she snatches it out of his hands, and she's like, this.
Now be quiet, Emma, because Purr's over. He's sleeping right outside the trailer.
She's just like, you like cannot contain the noise. And she's like, did you see if it was Mona?
No?
You just took the bracelet?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay.
I didn't want to disrespect her and look at her arm body, so I just took the bracelet.
Her arm body? What is that?
I'm not good at anatomy.
He doesn't even know what ligament is.
Emmy's like taking deep breaths, and she's just like, okay. She's like,
who else could have been known has such an iconic bracelet?
She's like, right? I knew something bad was happening. Mona didn't come back to work at the library, but we didn't see her face. We're not sure. We're like 70% sure. There's like 30% chance she might still be alive.
What about the other 10%?
She's like, don't add to my stress right now. We'll get to that later. She's just like, okay. Does she know anything specific? Can like we roll to see if she knows anything insider information about like this bracelet?
Sure. Roll.
Contact?
Sure. Yeah, that's sure. That sounds good.
Okay. Great. We're great at contact.
She bought it from Claire's down at the mall.
I heard from Zoe, who said to Shannon that she bought it at the mall. Okay. Contact. Use that ham radio.
Hey, good
Ooh,
job.
2 successes. Okay.
What does that get you?
I don't know. Let's
You can
find
contact
out.
this bracelet anytime you want to.
If you succeed, you find her, and she finds the kids ready and able to help. If you fail, the person does not want to help you.
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't the right thing.
No, it's probably not, but that's okay. So,
Okay.
you previously contacted Mona because you had spent a lot of time in the school library. And she told you this great story about how she received this bracelet from one of her former students that went into like glass making.
Okay, so it truly is an original that no one else has.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So she looks at it and she's like, yeah, freaking this is Mona's. This right here. And she's like, I don't know how I feel about this janitor. I know Theo loves him.
What, you think Purr killed Mona?
She's like, I don't know enough. I don't know enough, Borje.
He seemed mighty lonely ever since Mona, the school librarians, went missing.
I'm not saying, she's like, I'm not saying that he didn't love her, but maybe he loved her too much.
Because that happens.
It does in Fantasy Spy.
I do not like this insinuation. Theo, psychically, through the psychic field,
We have ham radios.
is disgruntled.
He's just listening in on the ham
Yeah, we've
radio.
just left it open.
Or sat on his.
Yeah, Borje probably did sit on it.
It's a butt dial.
She's like, but how? She's like, but Borje, how did Per live in the school with dead bodies this whole time? And, like, didn't notice.
He
Or
wasn't a very
noticed
good
and didn't
janitor. I mean, I
care.
don't know if you know, school's always filthy. And the fire alarms don't even work. What is he doing?
Exactly. What is he doing? School's not even in session. Where is he? What is he doing?
Unless
Um,
he said there were more cyborgs? What if he's a second per cyborg?
And he's like, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, you're right, Emma. You're right. That's a silly idea.
She's like, one thing at a time, one speculation at a time. She's like, I'm not saying that he's a cyborg, but I don't know if we can fully trust him. He seems like he's not all there.
Wait, you remember how you were telling me about Emma about one of those spy novels you always read, and they, what is it? They interrogate people. What if we
True.
just ask him some questions?
We could ply him with cornbread and ask him some questions while Theo's not there.
We got
Good,
the
that's good.
properties of that cornbread will be in question. Could be Pepto, could be coffee, could be who knows what.
Truth serum that we don't know that we had. Emmy's like, I think Emmy's like, she does want to do that, but she's like, if Theo finds out, he's going to be mad at us. So there's no reason why we can't investigate. We can't question Per with Theo in the morning. So she's like, whip up your best cornbread for them, and I'll see you in the morning. Got it? And she's like, don't forget to radio me when before you go to bed, so I know we're all safe. And she like whips out your radio to call to Theo and is like, breaker, over. You home safe?
Yeah, Emmy, I'm home safe. I mean,
Not
Tanya.
Emmy, not Tanya. I'm Janet. Damn it.
Janet. Whatever your name is.
Whatever your secret name is. Emmy's like, I'm done with you.
Put that glass down, Theo.
And Emmy's like, we'll talk in the morning, and she cycles off into the night.
All right.
Okay.
Where is Per staying?
In the chicken coop? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
The
sure
boat
you've got a
shed?
shed.
The tractor shed.
Or like a barn.
Oh, the tractor's
A
gotta
rundown
have a
barn.
shed, yeah.
But then where's the tractor?
There's enough room, probably.
It's not your farm, Theo. Sure, he can sleep.
How many
Next to
farms
the
have you
tractor.
been to?
Did Ma ever come home though?
Yeah, Ma came home.
Okay.
After like 3 hours, though. She was gone quite a long time.
Noted. Conspiracy. Ma is cyborg.
Hashtag trust no one. Trust no
It's
one.
very Westworld now. Okay.
Cool.
Y'all rest fairly decently and wake up the next morning ready to go.
I feel like in the morning, while like Emmy is pouring her Frostios or whatever she's having, she's just because she got home and maybe she spent the night looking at this photograph.
Okay.
And it's driving her nuts.
Yep.
That she has no idea who this person is and like no memory of this photograph being taken. And so I'm assuming this photo was taken before she moved to the area.
Yeah, you would have been younger than you are, like maybe 3 years younger than you are now.
Okay. so she's like old enough to like should
You should
expect herself
remember.
to
yes.
remember. Yeah,
Yes.
she should remember, but she doesn't.
Yep.
And that is not a good place to go because, you know, brainwashing, spy programs, all that has been read about, and she's like, I've been compromised.
My own brain is my enemy.
And then she's like, pull yourself together. And Mona's bracelet, it's just been a day.
It's a lot.
So she's pouring the Frostios. She's a little bit more pulled together. But she's just like, Mom? And she's like, Mom, did I ever have like a friend who was older than me, a boy? Like, did that ever happen?
No, Emmy, you've always been friends with people in your grade.
She's like, interesting. You don't remember ever?
I mean, you have Borje is your friend, right? He's older than you.
Yeah, but this was like, Mom, this was like before we moved here. This was like, you know, when we still lived in a normal city.
Has Emmy only ever had male friends that are older than her? Is that a theme in her life?
Theo is her age.
Yeah, Theo's not her friend though.
Theo.
He's her co-spy.
Co-spy. No, your ma is like, Emmy, I don't really remember your friends from before we moved here.
Emmy, low grade panic.
You had some like school friends, but not like the friends you have now.
She's like, true. That is in alignment with what I remember. But she's like, okay. You know, she's not going to tell her mom about the photograph, but she's just going to be like, okay. So, and she's like, there wasn't, like, we didn't have, like, a neighbor or, like, you know, anybody came to stay, like, a relative. We had, like, a cousin twice removed, that kind of a thing, you know. Like, when we found out we were related to Hans.
No, Emmy, Hans was younger than you.
She's like, right. Okay, right. She's like, great. She's like, okay, that's all I needed to know. Thanks, Mom. Mm-hmm. She just shovels
Frostios.
She's like, oh,
I love that brand, Frostios.
They're very popular in the 80s in Sweden, Sean. I don't know if you know this. And she again files that information away in the back of her brain for like low grade panic conspiracy. Yeah. It's bumped up one level from before, but it's still, you know, like we have a cyborg in the freezers here, and like picture I don't understand of myself is here.
Can you
if you file it away though, how do you know you're not going to forget it?
Borje, she's apparently already forgetting things.
Can you roll investigate?
Yes, ma'am. Da-da-da-da.
Okay.
0 successes!
Nothing happens.
You just refreshed. Do a reroll.
I only have one luck left. And the way things have been going, I'm going to need that luck. Okay, so nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Great. She, you know, calls on the ham radio and says everybody meet at the super secret hideout, and she bikes over there.
In the morning, Borje, Ma is in the kitchen making
what with no fridge?
Making presumably cornbread, but it looks like she's got the proportions all wrong.
Looks like Borje would know immediately if
it looks very
wrong.
Like takes the
It isn't
batter
just
and it's just
corn
salt.
flour and water because there's no milk or eggs or anything.
It's like way runny.
Yeah.
Like it's never gonna cook through. It's just gonna be porridge.
Yep.
What are you doing in here, Mom? Making porridge?
I'm making cornbread, Borje. I know you love your cornbread.
I do, Bob. What is the new recipe you trying out? Or
Look, there's one in the oven right now, and she takes this out of a cold oven and she like puts it onto the counter, and it's just like, yeah, cornmeal soup.
It's just glop.
Like, here, Borje, have some for breakfast.
that looks mighty good, Ma. How about you go sit down. I'll bring you a slice.
Okay,
I'll
sounds good.
finish up in
Breakfast
here.
in bed. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
She leaves.
Feed the slop to purr.
Bart did it. I'll throw it out the window and he can have the slop. Well, we don't really have anything else, so I'll just turn the oven on and put it back in there. Or no, I'll ham radio. Be like, Amy, no, Janet.
What is it, Smokes?
Can you you have a fridge, right?
Yes, Borje, I have a fridge. What do you need?
I'll list off the ingredients I need. Milk, eggs.
She's like, okay, and she brings them over to you.
Oh, wait, no, we have a chicken coop. We don't need eggs. We have a cow. We don't need milk. We're self-sufficient. I don't need anything, bye.
Emmy's just like, well, I always know it's him. And she, like, before she puts it down, she's like, Smokes, I'm leaving in 2 minutes. If you need anything, just make sure to tell me before then. And she's like,
Can bring you some of that coffee stuff that you had that one day. Oh, I miss that.
She's like, we're out of that. They noticed. They asked me the other day, and I had to say that I knocked it over. She's like, but next week we should have some more. I'll bring you some more next week.
Perfect. Okay, well, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, bye.
And then I will make real cornbread.
Okay, yeah, make real.
I'll also go just sort of check in on Ma.
Okay.
Like, was she just laying in bed like normal?
Yeah, she's fallen asleep now.
Oh, I'll go up to her.
Yeah.
So like, maybe like once the cornbread's done, I'll bring her some.
Okay.
Like, Ma, are you all right in there? Poker.
And she kind of like rustles awake and she sits up in bed and seems like she's doing like fairly energetic for being just like, oh my goodness, that cornbread took you a long time to cut, Borje.
Oh yeah. I didn't have any clean knives. I had to wash them all. Anyway, you seem to be doing real well, Ma. You're out yesterday at this. Where'd you go?
Oh, I just went to the store and got some stuff and brought it back and put it in the fridge.
Oh, you don't do that very often. You're making breakfast for yourself?
Yeah, I just felt like it. She like reaches up and she takes this cornbread plate and she starts eating it. And you can see on her arm there's like a little like a hospital bracelet.
What's that bracelet got there, Ma?
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
It sure is. Where'd you get it?
I got it when I went out yesterday. A nice lady gave it to me. It's such a nice gift.
Oh my god, your mom.
Emma, she really likes bracelets. Can I show it to her?
I went back. Okay,
oh yeah, we'll get back.
She struggles to slip it off.
We'll just take the butter from the cornbread, put it on her. Yank it out. Okay, can I read it? What does it say?
So it's like, can Borje read? I guess probably.
Yeah.
Do not underestimate Emmy's powers. She has taught Borje how to read.
It says her name.
Mm-hmm. It says Mama. What is my last name? I deleted it when I put in my code name. Sonderlund. It says Ma Sonderlund.
Ma Sonderlund. And it says like time admitted, which was like I don't know. She was gone for maybe like 4 hours yesterday. So time admitted, and then it has like a little stamp for like time departed, and then it has the symbol of the Loop Company.
Oh.
I feel like literally everything we learn makes things worse.
That's my goal. What is the Loop Company called? Called something.
Is Olaf around? Just check in on him.
Yeah, Olaf seems fine.
Okay.
He's like splashing around in some cornbread liquid. No, he doesn't have a bracelet.
I thought you were properly raised a child. Cornbread liquid. Okay. Well, I'll just go nervously pace in the super secret helper squad hideout then.
What is the Loop
with the
Company?
dead cyborg body?
NAAB, I think.
Nab.
Yeah, Nab.
Oh, Ma. Theo's bar in the fridge. So he'll bring it back. Don't you worry. Okay.
Okay. Okay. This is good cornbread. I did a good job.
Oh, you did a great job, Ma. No. If you, I need some things from the store. So if you go to the store today, you let me know. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just, I mean, there's a shopping list down there. You can just put the stuff you want on it.
Oh, are you going out again?
I might.
Today? Okay. That's great, Ma. Goodbye.
Oh, the cinnamon roll.
Next, Sparky's gonna walk on hind legs and call Theo profanities or something.
Who would hurt anyone in this world? You know, no ill intent at all.
All right, you all meet up at secret hideout.
Okay.
Time to investigate that cyborg.
No! We have more important things, Theo.
Yeah, what do you do? Do you talk about your mom first?
Oh, the moment Emmy arrives, like, maybe Theo got there first and, like, Borje did not say anything to Theo and was just, like, pacing back and forth. And the moment, like, Emmy gets to the door, he, like, runs up and, like, shoves another bracelet in her face.
She's like, I've had it with these bracelets. She's like, what, Borje? What? Wait, what? What is this?
I don't know, Emmy.
Oh. And she's like looking at it and she's like, this is your mom's name.
Yeah, it says Mom right there.
This is what they use for like patients at a hospital or like clinical trials.
And what's that right there, Emmy? Point to the NAB logo.
And she's like, she's like, Theo knows what this logo is, and she shoves it at Theo.
Guess what I found?
Like, ugh, it's the Loop. Get this away from me.
I found that right on my Ma's arm. She went shopping yesterday, and she came back with the bracelet. She making cornbread out of nothing. It was the worst cornbread I ever had. It was liquid.
Did the Loop open up a gift shop?
No, Theo.
Emmy's gonna be like, she's like, okay, Borje, it's gonna be okay. She's like, when did your mom leave? Was she at home? She'll be like, when did she leave? Just tell, like, how long was she gone? That kind of thing, getting basic information. And she's like, we can look, I can pull up their, their records. Emmy can hack into things now, she says.
I can know what?
The loop mainframe. I don't know.
How is she doing that again?
She doesn't know yet, but she can do it.
We have
Once again, Sarah speaks with such confidence about things that will not happen.
We have a hookup right there. We just need to hack into this cyborg and uplink into the mainframe.
Who knows? She's like, don't wait. She's like, she writes down, everything that's on this bracelet. And she puts it in her encyclopedia notes. And she's like, I'll figure it out. She's like, I have a computer at home. I'll look into it. And she's like, but first, the thing in the freezer that tried to kill us yesterday. She's like, has it done anything? Is it still dead? Have you opened the freezer?
No.
He's like, no.
Theo has not touched anything. He's like, nope. I have not messed with it.
Well, she's like, there's only one way to find out.
Theo grabs a wrench.
She, again, opens the fridge and moves into, and I'm assuming it just, like, falls out. Like, it just plops out of the freezer fridge situation. And she prepares a more in-depth analysis of the body.
All right, go for investigate.
Okay.
Can I lead?
Yeah.
I'm gonna direct you how to do an autopsy. I studied up on ligaments last night.
Oh, I'm so glad. She tears up a little bit.
2 successes. So I think you get 4 dice.
Ooh. Investigate. Please. Jesus.
1 success.
Let's do that.
Nice.
1 success. How is that even possible? Thank you, Borje.
I feel like you should re-roll that and get more than 1.
Then I have no luck left.
Yeah, but I think you could start off the day.
Abby,
injured.
if I re-roll,
Can you take the better?
Do I take the better? Yeah, that was my question.
That's fair.
Okay. All right, guys. Go big or go home.
Oh.
But all right, no luck here,
It's like,
guys.
statistically, you're not really that much more likely to get more
I think
successes.
you should have gotten
but
11
okay.
dice though, so you
Yeah,
can
you
have 1
should
more
have.
d6.
I don't trust this re-roll button.
Nope, still 1.
Nope.
Okay, so you get 1 question. Is that right?
2.
I think you
2
get 2
questions.
questions with 1 success. All right, let me see. Okay. Okay, she's interested in this plate
Yep.
that says P plus N.
Yep.
And I think she's like, what does this mean?
Okay. What's the question? It's what does this mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? So I said this plate looked like it had been reused. Like maybe you can see the screws are like a little bit stripped both ways from like being removed and rebuilt. So it looks like maybe, I mean, you're assuming Per and Mona is the P&M.
Yep.
So maybe they built something, and this nameplate got taken off of that something and put onto this. Or duplicated or something.
Per's messing with things he shouldn't be.
Or Mona.
I'm tired of everyone vilifying Per, okay? I need that to be
You
known.
don't know that, Sean. You've been gone. You sense it in the ether.
I'm in my own world.
Okay.
Can we tell what it looks like it's from, or is it just plain so we can't?
It looks like it's from something similar. Like it's like a
Oh,
curved metal piece that's stamped with engraving.
So anything else that could have been the same shape.
Mm-hmm.
What is hidden here, and where is it?
That's a great question.
She's like, none of this adds up. There's got to be something hiding in here.
what would it? I know what I want it to be, but I don't know what makes sense. I think you find on it. Maybe it's got like a little post-it note, like in one of its pockets.
I thought you meant the plate, and I was like, why does
No,
the plate have pockets?
not the plate. There's a post-it note
Pocket
in one
plate,
of the
it's all the
jacket
rage.
pockets.
Okay.
And this post-it note in like kind of rough handwriting that like it looks like somebody who's just learning to writing this. And it's like what did it say? Like, don't want to be control, want free.
This keeps getting worse. She's like, this is the birds all over again.
Want to be free to murder? Just to kill people.
No, it says don't want to be control, want free, smiley face.
Okay. So it's only
Peace
gonna
sign.
kill the person who like is controlling it. Ergo, Per.
Ergo,
Ergo, Per and Mona. Who knows why it killed like 2 other people in the
And a half.
meantime?
There's a
2.5.
half in there.
Well, Mona was one of them, so 1.5, I guess.
What if the other? We didn't look. What if another body is Per, the real Per?
Regardless, like Emmy passes it around, and she's like, "This just keeps getting worse and worse." And I think she looks at Theo, and she's like, "Theo, we need to like have a serious talk with Per. This is." We found a room full of bodies, and things have only gotten worse as we've learned more, and Per is the only thing connecting those.
What's
Well,
Per?
yeah, I mean,
Ah.
of course, I mean, I'm sure Per knows something. Yeah, let's talk to him.
And then
But,
she's
I
like,
mean, the other option was he was gonna die in the frickin' school full of dead bodies.
she's like, Theo, just take a deep breath before I tell you this. I just feel like you need to know for your safety.
Safety?
And she whips out Mona's bracelet.
Who are you to tell me about my safety?
Oh gosh. And Emmy's like,
You don't know me.
and she's like, okay. Takes the Mona bracelet, puts it back away.
I don't even know what that is.
I know. She's like, let's talk to Per first. she's like, I'll let you do the talking. She's like, I'm worried. Not that there's just a lot of weird crap happening. And I'm trying to make
You're telling me!
I know. So she's like, so we want you to talk. You got to be the one to talk to her.
Actually, I think Theo has found all of the weird crap that is happening lately. He found the weird lake monster. He found the weird school doppelganger. He's the one who saved Purr from the cyborg.
He found the sea monster.
Exactly.
But I found the bracelets. And Amy found a photo of herself.
That she has told no one about. She's like, she's doing suitably soothing noises, and she's like, she's like, and for Emmy, it's terrible because she's not good at being soothing, but she's trying. She's trying. And she's like, we just got to talk to him. She's like, good. And I think you should be the one to talk to him because you know him the best.
You want to roll lead? Do you want to help Theo? Since you're telling him.
Yeah, I will try.
Okay, go for it.
Can I lead her lead?
I'm gonna need all the help I
Emmy,
can
you
get.
need to tell Theo to do this.
Hey. Maybe he leads me to be more soothing.
Yeah. Do you not
And
have
then-
very much lead?
I have
You
zero
have 3
lead.
Like-
dice.
Emma, Theo responds to gentle language, and you really need to build him up before you tear him down with your harsh words.
Build him up before you tear him down.
And he's like, this is all being said through like hand motions behind Theo. So Theo doesn't,
Behind Theo's back while he's distracted.
while he's yelling at Emmy, Borge is just behind him being like, loving. Shh.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't know if you can lead a lead, but I'm gonna allow it.
Perfect.
Just this once.
Can I lead with the tractor?
No.
0. Great.
Okay,
Nothing
not
changed.
Lead with
helpful.
the tractor.
Great.
Completely useless.
Great. This is not gonna blow up in our faces. It's gonna be wonderful. Lead.
I'm so excited for you to fail this roll.
I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna win.
Yes! Alright. You tell Theo to go talk to Purr, and Theo is like, alright, Missy, I'll go talk to Purr. You think you know everything. And then he's gonna just march on over to Purr, and he's gonna find him and say, Purr, alright, a lot of weird crap's happening. Anyways, these nincompoops over here think that you're up to something weird. So, I don't know. What's happening? What do you know? You know I trust you, but
Like, okay. I'll tell you all I know, only because you will use the word nincompoops, and I appreciate that directed to students.
Emmy is the
I know it's your favorite student curse.
She's like the color of like a strawberry. She is just like keeping the anger inside, but she is visibly red. And she's like, he's my only friend. He's my only friend. He's my only friend.
Beside Borge.
Besides Borge.
And that guy.
Purr
Your stalker.
pulls some hay out of his hair and like puts it on the ground and sits on this hay bale that he slept on and is like, alright, Theo. Here's the information, but I don't know how this is gonna help anybody. So Mona and I, we were seeing each other for a little bit secretly. A little bit a side thing.
Okay.
Nobody knew
Borge.
about it.
I mean, Purr. Secretly.
Secret. It was secret. Anyway, it's secret, and Mona was like super into cyborgs, and she was like really interested in the technology that the Loop's developing, and like she wanted to try to make her own. So I wanted to help her, and I'm a handyman. I know how to work some tools and some parts and put some stuff together. So we made a cyborg together with some machine parts and some animal parts to make a cyborg that would help her around the library. But that cyborg did not want to help around the library. And that cyborg, I think, is living in the basement and making more cyborgs now. So...
Emmy is psychically shouting, "I told you so."
It's not my fault, though, I swear. I just made
Are you telling me there's a cyborg living in the school basement?
Yeah, and it's not a very good one. It makes better ones than it is. It's like...
You mean better morally or physically?
Yes.
Morally or physically?
Morally.
Oh my gosh. Okay, how do we stop the cyborg in your basement?
I don't know. It's super strong and it keeps making more and killing people to make more. And I've been trying to keep it like from just going out of the school, because if I'm kind of around and kind of like spook them, some of them the one that we made, it's kind of self-conscious because it's the physically bad part. So it doesn't really come out. It just has these cyborgs, and then they go and kill people for it. But they kind of
self-conscious cyborg. It's got a lot of anxiety.
You spook it with a mop. You're like, "You ugly cyborg, get back down there."
It's the Phantom of the Opera cyborg.
What's But some of the cyborgs, they get spooked really easy because because they don't want to be mean. They're a little bit morally better, actually, than the bad one.
How do you know this?
Because I've spooked them. They're like,
"Ooh!"
they go, "Oh!" And then they run away.
I love how Purr is like a Midwestern. Because I spooked him.
They go, "Oh, didn't see you there."
Oh, didn't see you there.
Purr. Okay, you just admitted to making killer cyborgs.
No.
And there's
killer
no
cyborg.
A killer cyborg who makes more killer cyborgs.
But it doesn't. I did not make a cyborg that kills. I made a cyborg that makes cyborgs that kill. So I am not directly responsible.
I got you there, Theo.
And there's no secret button that turns them off?
Good question.
I mean, has a broken pipe that's a little stinky stink. You might be able to do something with that.
Stinky stink.
I'm gonna need you to break that down a little more.
So it's let's parse that sentence. So it's a stinky stink pipe. How does that work exactly?
I mean, it's just broken.
Why does it
stink?
Because it's burning fuel. So it smells like sulfur.
That is some bad fuel if it is just sulfur.
Emmy has had enough of this explanation, and she just whips out the bracelet that she was gonna show Theo earlier, and she's like, "You." And she's like, "Do you know about this?" And she shoves it in because she's obviously upset.
Yeah.
Emmy, I'll handle this one. I'll grab the bracelet. You know about this?
Thanks, Borje.
This is a bonus bracelet. It has a W on it, just like hers did. You know where we found this, Purr?
Borje, I think you need to turn it around the other way.
Now I can't even see the letter.
It's an M. Borje, it's an M.
That makes
Emmy
more sense.
fixes it for him.
Okay. Well, hers had a W on it, so whose is this?
Per, she's dead.
Emmy's
Mona
just
died to this dumb cyborg y'all made.
Per has seen the bracelet and has proceeded to start just like he's curled up on this hay bale and is crying.
Okay, but now don't be worried. MS Sherman, there's only 75% chance that Mona's actually dead. We only saw her arm, and there's still some percent that maybe it wasn't her.
Theo's done. He just leaves and starts walking back towards the hideout, stomping the whole way.
Watch out for that extension cord. No trip.
He stomps specifically on the extension cord.
Kicks extension cord. I think that Emmy, before she turns and leaves in disgust,
she spits on the ground.
You disgust me. No, she goes, Per, Mona must have had a plan. Like, she must have had plans or like schematics or something that told us how these cyborgs worked.
If she did, it would be in the library. I don't have any of that. She was the smart one. I just did what she told me to and bought the parts.
I know how that goes, Per.
Mona. Emmy holds out her hands. She's like, "Give me the keys. Give me the keys to that library, bro."
He was like, "I'll trade you for the bracelet."
I don't think you're in a position to do that.
You can't have the keys.
She looks at Borje and she's like, "Can we snatch it out of his hands?"
Borje's gonna grab the bracelet and the keys and then just give them to the other person.
Okay, roll move.
Yes. You better give them to me. I'm gonna move
Can
with the
you
tractor.
use your tractor?
You don't want me to move with the tractor.
He tractored that janitor.
Oh my god! I'm gonna reroll with luck.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I think something is wrong with roll 20.
It's not treating you well.
Personal opinion.
Insanely bad luck.
Yeah. You grab the bracelet and you grab the keys and nobody lets go. Like.
Well, now it's a standoff.
She's like, "Borje, what are you doing?"
I thought this would work better, Emmy. Now we're all just holding on. How about, on a count of 3, we all let go.
It's just 3 people like holding each thing in the other hand.
Does Theo notice that we're not following him?
No, Theo does not care. He's mad at Per. He's mad at this whole situation. He's tempted to beat up that cyborg again. Just like, even though it's dead, just to get his frustration out. So no, he's not involved at all.
I think Emmy's like realizing that the greater good here is getting the key, and she's like, "I don't usually negotiate with terrorists." Which is something that she definitely heard Janet say at one point in time. And she's like, "But this is for the greater good." And so she manages to like throw the bracelet down in front of him.
Okay.
And
you swap off.
Trade.
You throw the bracelet and he lets go of the keys and takes the bracelet and kind of like holds it to his chest and starts crying again.
I feel bad, but not that bad.
Understandable.
Turns and goes and follows Theo.
Okay, Borje's gonna sit down next to Per on the ground. Hay bale.
Hay bale.
Just sort of like pat him on the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Per, I know your Mona had something special. I found your license plate on the back of the head of that thing. It said P plus M. I don't really understand math, so I don't know if that means something else. But I know what you had with her was special, and you're probably very lonely now that she's gone. So you stay here as long as you want. We're gonna go solve your problem for you, okay? You just gotta promise me one thing: you're not gonna make Mona cyborg because she's gone. Per can't bring her back with the cyborg anymore. And
I don't know how to make a cyborg.
You promised me that one.
I promised. I don't know, or nor would I.
Okay, you can't try it either.
Borje makes all the people promise.
We've been burned once before at the Birdman, and we don't want to do that again.
Can I stay here? I mean, is this okay? Okay.
Yeah, you get her. You know, I gotta. You can stay here as long as you want, her. My mom, she lives inside that house over there. See, and she's sicker, so she don't do so well. But she's been up and about recently, and I'm just a little worried about her, and I don't want her to fall down when she's out. So you gotta promise me you're gonna stay with her when she goes out, and make sure she gets back safely. You know.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Okay. You keep that bracelet. Take this one. Go give it to her. There's some cornbread inside. You can help yourself.
Doesn't know who I am.
That's a good point. Okay, I'll come with you this one time.
He goes in and he gets a piece of cornbread.
This is Per. He's school janitor, but can't stay at school anymore, so he's gonna stay out on our shed. But he's also likes shopping a lot.
He needs to do community service.
He's cautiously
a shopaholic.
But he hasn't got any money, so he can't actually buy anything. So he just likes to go and watch other people.
Oh yeah, I love to window shop. You know how it is.
Yeah. So he's just gonna stay with you if you go shopping, okay? Just he's one of my friends from school. I'm talking about, remember me and Pearl, we go way back.
She kind of I don't know, just rolls with it.
Okay, I'm gonna go outside now.
Per awkwardly goes outside with you.
No, Per, you gotta stay with her.
I thought I was just supposed to go shopping with her. Apparently.
No, Per, she's not actually going shopping.
Hey.
You gotta stay with her all day.
Okay, he goes in and he sits on the couch and watches TV.
And remember, no cyborgs. Bye.
Scout's honor.
Cyborgs, just say no. Okay.
All right.
Theo, what are you doing when Emmy enters the super secret hideout?
I think he is,
because you missed that whole the library information scene.
He's got the cyborg laid out on the floor, and he's just pacing back and forth, and then every now and then he gets he's mumbling to himself, and he gets angry, and then he just lashes out at this cyborg. That's it. That's all he's doing. He's kind of muttering, maybe, I guess, trying to process and figure out what the next step is to stop these cyborgs. Because his thought process is, well, we have to stop the source, so that means somehow we have to get into the basement and then find a way to beat this crazy cyborg they made.
That's a stinky pipe.
Yeah, it's got a stinky stink pipe. A stanky stank.
I think Abby walks in and she watches him just lash out. She just doesn't say anything and waits for him to kind of lash out with lesser frequency. And Emmy is less altruistic than Borje, and she's when she sees that Theo has maybe come around and is facing her, she jangles the the library keys, and she's like, I just got our ticket to revenge. And she tosses him the keys.
Theo sort of catches them and looks at the keys and is like, these are just the school and library keys. What is that actually gonna do for us?
That has all of Mona's research.
Research. He throws it back at you and is like, okay, you go research and I'll figure out something to actually do.
Emmy's like, well, fine.
Can Theo try and tinker maybe with this robot?
Sure.
What does tinker do?
What are you trying to do?
I want to figure out like a weakness within the robot.
That's calculate, specifically cyborgs.
Oh, the ability how technical objects work.
What
Yeah.
page are all the rolls on?
72, 73. Is it illegal? Everything's illegal.
Highly illegal.
Yeah, but the questions you ask for that are not
They're
actually
not what you want.
useful
Yeah.
to like what is its weakness.
Sure, you can tinker specifically to find a weakness.
I think he's gonna like Emmy and Borje can do whatever, and Emmy will definitely research because that's what she does. But like he's fed up and he wants to tinker with his body. And I think he's gonna like take out his lockpicks as like a pseudo sort of almost like scalpel deconstruction tool to try and like break apart the mechanics and see what he can figure out. I'm gonna add my lockpicks. 3 successes.
Wow.
All right. So normally tinker has to do with like building things. So I don't know. You can decide what the extra dice kind of mean. I guess it would be more having to do with like the comprehension of how it's built.
So all right. The weakness of this thing, you're like kind of getting your lockpicks in it and like prying it apart and kind of trying to figure out what makes it kind of tick. And you think that there are enough exposed like wires and cables and stuff in not only this one, but if Per was right in that the other one was more gross, that there might be more
Like rudimentary.
Yeah. That maybe water would be really like short circuit it, or if there was like if you could overcharge it and like if you
sprinkler system.
Yeah, sprinkler system would have been good. Or if you had like a battery and you could like super boost it, then that could stun it maybe, or something electrically. There's a weakness there.
Okay.
And I mean, this one specifically was very easily bludgeoned just because all of those parts are fairly delicate. And that seems like it was effective.
Easily bludgeoned. I like that as a weakness.
Yeah.
Okay. That is useful information. That Theo will save for next time.
Wait, did Emmy go to the library? Or she just had it there?
I think she's like in the process of being like, Theo's just being a jerk, Yeah, it's fine. You just get
Or just keeping this family together. Okay, let's go to
Theo
library,
is
Emmy.
distraught.
Theo's distraught, and Emmy really has no EQ capable for this situation.
You're the IQ, Borge will be the EQ. Let's go to
Yeah.
that library so I can bludgeon any cyborgs that come at you.
Thanks, boo.
I think maybe like Borge and Borge and Emmy have like started heading towards the library, and while Theo stays behind, and then once Theo discovers this stuff, he's like, I'm gonna go after them to like make sure they're safe and tell them the information, because the schools and the library are right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's the school library, I
Yeah.
think.
I mean, yeah, they're like basically the same building.
Yeah.
I think Emmy has half eaten her Swedish fish, stock. Her like safety stock of Swedish fish has been severely depleted, and she's just like noshing on them while she's muttering to herself.
I know he's being a sour puss, Emmy, but this is a hard time for him.
It's like, well, it's not easy for me either.
Why? I didn't think you were all that close to Purr.
Mona was such a cool librarian, and she was really nice, and she liked books, and I don't want to talk about it.
Determine if there's something Emmy is not sharing?
Sure, you can empathize.
Yes. 1 die. No, 2 die.
Oh, 2 whole die.
2 whole die.
Bam. Oh, nope.
No,
I know you.
You have.
I know that's real hard, Emmy. I know Mono, she was your friend. I think. I don't know what you did in that library, but
I read, Borge.
A foreign concept. Borge cannot understand the idea of reading in a library.
But he appreciates, the sentimental value it has.
I appreciate the honesty. I mean, I know you never withheld information, because what if you were compromised yourself?
Can you both roll move?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. I don't want to.
We'll have Borge roll first, because he can give you a success.
That's true.
Nope. You're on your own, Emmy. We're riding bikes.
Hashtag nope. 0 success.
No success. All right, Emmy, as you're riding your bike, you see that man that's been following you. Kind of just like...
Great.
It is 100% a man and not a young man who may have been that age of the person in the photograph, right?
You don't really... You can roll empathize.
Oh, God. So many people rolling empathize who should not be rolling.
Or comprehend, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for comprehend.
Okay.
What is this? I've succeeded on a roll.
That must be wrong. Reroll.
Comprehend.
What does comprehend get you?
I get additional information plus 1 bonus die to 1 roll when you use the information.
Okay. So, this man who's been following you, he does appear to be in, like, early teens. He's, like, wearing a dark hoodie, so you haven't really, like, seen his face. But as you're riding your bike, you kind of see him, like, standing on the side of the street just watching you. And he does look eerily similar to that guy in the photograph.
She, like, her head snaps around and she's watching this dude, and she, like, she, like, briefly stumbles, like, while walking on this path. And I feel like
I think he meets your gaze and then he like turns and walks very quickly away. Like hands in hoodie pockets and like head
And she's
down.
just like ghostly pale. I feel like she just turns pale, like Emmy just like turns pale and she stops complaining and she just like is silent for the rest of the walk. And she's,
Borje, this Emmy being quiet is standout.
Oh no! Look over at her, see Ghost Twat. I'm like, oh no! Pulls out a bag of like Swedish fish that he's had for like 6 months or so. He's like, open up, Emmy, your blood sugar's low. And he's shoving them in her mouth.
She's just like morosely glassy-eyed, just like slowly chewing the Swedish fish.
That's right, Emmy. Choose a swallow.
And she's like, it's okay, I'm fine. Just get me to the library. I just need to be in a library right now.
Borge cannot comprehend the idea of wanting to be in a library. This is very foreign.
But, and I feel like, she just like pats him on the shoulder in an attempt to look normal. And she's just like,
Pats all the way to the library.
yeah, like monotonous patting, like, not comforting at all, but like Emmy feels she's like, I'm doing the emotional comforting thing, it's working. And I feel like she gets to the library and she snaps a little bit more back into focus. The smell of books reinvigorates her.
This is a great smell. You can roll investigate to find the stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like she's like, Mona. Mona was working. I know Mona said that she had a lot of files, and so she's just like searching through. She's, Sherlock Holmes talking out loud. And aha!
Nice.
2 successes.
What are your questions?
Oh, so many questions. So I feel like, do I find the files or do I need to ask questions in order to find the files?
I think to find the files.
Yeah. Can't be too easy, huh?
Or at least one question to find the files, and then the other ones can be related to the file.
Okay. Fair. I always lose my place for this. Okay. What is hidden here and where is it?
Alright, so you're searching through these file cabinets, and one of them's locked. You're like, oh, this is good. So you find the key on your lock.
Your chain.
Yep. You unlock it and you open it, and there's like all of these different blueprints for different semi-mechanical, semi-organic creations.
She's like, dear God, Mona, what have you done? Okay, so she's looking at the schematics.
Yep.
And what does it mean too general? Feels a little general. What threats can I perceive here as I'm like analyzing the original? I'm assuming they're like different prototypes.
Yeah, so she has a bunch of different prototypes, and then she has one that she's labeled 1.0. So that's how you know.
Oh, handy.
Yes.
I'm a good labeler.
And it looks like this one, she has notes about like really being interested in like transcending human intellect and everything that comes with that. And
Good
then
old adults being cray-cray.
the actual design of it, there's like cables and entrails, and like she hasn't worried about putting anything away. It's just like all out, so it's very gross and disgusting, but functional.
So there's like no container for this whole like amorphous mass that is like beyond
There's
human
still
intelligence.
like the mechanical skeleton, but she hasn't used any skin. She's just like shoved
Hence
pieces.
the flayed body. Hence the flayed body. Got it. Emmy's coloring has not improved.
Threat-wise, the thing has the special attribute Inhuman Strength 2, which you can decipher from the blueprints.
Good old Inhuman Strength.
It also has low self-esteem -2.
The other ones are easily spooked. She's like, damn it, if only I could find its fatal flaw within its self-esteem that I could take to my advantage.
Insulted to death.
Yeah, just dive right in there. I have 2 successes, so I think I get one more question,
Sure.
right?
You should ask, how do I get past it?
Sure. Let's do that.
How
It's
do
like,
I get
oh,
past it?
only has eyes that look forward.
How do I get past it? Like, how do I trick it, I guess, is kind of like the essence of that. How do I
trick
deceive
us
it?
superhuman intelligence.
So
Supposedly superhuman.
It
Mona didn't do a
probably
great
does
job.
only have eyes on the front, so it's not like
Okay.
super sensing.
Okay.
What?
Probably.
No, it does. I'm saying it probably does. It does.
It does. Okay.
And you know that it's being taken parts, so it's probably doing the assembling. So maybe it doesn't have hearing sensors built in. Maybe it just has visual.
Sight. And I know we said that, I guess technically Theo hasn't told Emmy this yet, but Theo found out that they were like weak to like electric shock or water. Can I tell that is true of the original guy too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget bludgeoning.
And weakness to bludgeoning.
Weakness.
Especially since it has no outer layer with which to damage it. Okay. Great. I think Emmy just like shuts these files. Her faith in humanity is deeply shook. And she's now like a sickly shade of green.
I guess Borje is like watching to make sure there's no like spooky cyborgs, and he's ready to spook them if there are.
He's got a mop.
He's on
ready.
spook duty.
You're on spook duty, and you see
ready
a
to
shadow
say, "You're
come around
ugly.
the
Get back in
corner."
the basement."
You don't got skin.
You call that?
You see a shadow approach the library entrance.
I'll get down with my mop.
It enters, like walking pretty quickly.
Oh, I've seen this before. I'll jump out and wave the mop and start insulting its looks.
It's Theo.
And you don't got skin? Oh, Theo, it's you. What are you doing here?
Borje, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just spooking some cyborgs. He squints at you. Like, shakes the mop in your face. Oh,
Theo is not spooked at all, and is more like,
you're not a cyborg then. You can come on through.
well, like, Borje, find something more useful to do, please.
Is that way. Point back out of the point to the
Borje
basement
is like,
of school.
Theo goes to find Emmy and says, on the way to Emmy. He shouts back to Borje, and he's like, "They're weak to bludgeoning and electricity."
And spooking.
And spoken.
And spooking. If only you were scary.
Emmy is just like still green and still like deeply having a headache. She's like, this is terrible. They have invaded my sacred sanctum of school.
I told you it was not that good.
And she's like, I looked at the plans.
Yeah, I was beating up on that one we caught, and it looks like they're vulnerable to some bashing and some electricity, maybe a little bit of water.
Electricity, I can work with this.
You find anything in this library of yours? Want to write anything down important?
She's like, well, get ready for this.
Oh, I'm way beyond ready.
She's like, the way that we could tell the original prototype is that it does not originally come with a skin. So he's the one that we're going to
Why
have
did you
to
like
see.
Mona again?
She's like, why did you like Per again? We don't talk
Why
about
did you
it.
like the woman who constructed a cyborg without skin as a necessity?
Where
She
else
likes
would she get
books,
skin?
okay?
Just ask someone to borrow her skin for a cyborg?
That's true. They only used animal parts for the first one, so they wouldn't
is
have had
true.
skin. That does make sense.
It's true.
They could have had fur.
Could have had fur. I think that's worse.
That's way
I
worse.
don't think that's worse than no
Feathers,
skin.
the worst. Then fur.
Yeah.
Then no skin. And then human skin.
Yeah.
I do
Poll in
not
the chat
agree
on
with
what's
that.
worse.
I would
All of
rather
these
they
are
had
bad
fur.
options. I wish we just gave them metal. You know, there's no reason there couldn't have been a metal.
But then they're a
you know.
robot and not a cyborg, and she wasn't
It's
interested.
just
in
aluminum
robot.
foil, though. It's not
No, you could have
substantial.
human insides and a metal outside. 10-man that shit.
Hashtag Tin Man that Ay, ay, ay.
They wouldn't be sensitive to bludgeoning if she had done that.
True.
I'm just saying.
So electricity, real good. Oh man.
I feel like, okay, so we talk, and then I feel like Emmy's like, there have to be plans in the library of like the school's schematics, and we could maybe use that to find like where the electrical current is within the basement and maybe use that kind of a thing. Any other ideas?
We take a big hose.
I mean,
We
probably.
put it in the basement and we flood the place.
It's not a bad idea, Borje. I like that.
We clog all of the toilets and let them overflow.
And we flush them all at once. I've seen this in a movie.
Or we run the sprinkler system.
The sprinkler system. She's like, don't talk to me about the sprinkler system.
I bet we can find a way to make it work.
You're not wrong. We could figure out if it was just that like pulley that was broken at the entrance that didn't work, but the system still works. Yeah.
Wait,
All
okay.
right.
What if we light the school on fire?
Hmm?
And then the fire department comes to put it out, and they spray water on the school. And then we defeat the robot and burn down the school.
Double win.
Which is Borge's dream.
Yeah.
Which is Borge's dream and Emmy's nightmare.
Well, as you all meet back up at the library, and conjoin your information that you found. We can pick up from there in 2 weeks so you guys can develop a plan.
Oh yeah, we really don't have a plan.
That's a sort of a bold assumption.
You can
that
get
we'll
more
develop
of a plan than you have currently, at least.
Sort of
hopefully.
digest the information, maybe.
Yeah. There was a lot of it, so we'll call it there, and we can do XP after we end, because it's really easy and simple.
Cool.
Yeah. What are we doing next week? Don, are we doing Blades?
Next week we're black.
Blah 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 blah.
Not. Sorry.
We're back
We're
in black.
back with Blades in the dark. My apologies. Anyways, so we will be back with season 2, as I'm calling it, of Blades in the Dark. We had just left off with
We're doing a time jump at all?
We stealed a boaty boat.
Probably a little bit of a time jump. We stealed a boaty boat, and so we kind of finished, kind of sort of, Sylph's arc to some extent with He Who Walks in Darkness. So this next one tentatively will focus on Duchess and sort of her situation on top of everyone else's situation. Should be fun. Should be exciting. I will be upping the difficulty because they're freaking OP as hell.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And Sarah loves to roll 6s.
Nothing our 6s can't handle.
Nothing their 6s can't handle. Yeah, every time I make it harder, they roll even better. So we'll see.
Just come up with my disguises now, she says.
The only thing I can do is make it so that they can't even roll in the first place.
Right.
So, but we should have a lot happening. I'm hoping to kind of delve into Duskval a little deeper, and we kind of get to see the city and how that works a little bit more. But
come for the accents, stay for the gondolas.
I don't even know if there's any accents.
Sean's going to be GMing and nothing but a Scottish accent.
There's no women here, my lord.
The accent that started it all.
Introduce a Scottich accent. I think I had an Irish one going for a little bit for a couple miscellaneous sailors.
There's no women here, my lord.
That was really good.
That was the best.
I
forgetting my New
hated running that, but it was very fun.
Sarah's character basically just plays an impersonator, so Sarah gets to do new accents all the time.
Sarah gets to do whatever she wants, yeah basically.
Sarah gets to do whatever she wants.
Until she breaks the rules and I have to call her out. And she gets mad at me for the fact that she broke the rules. So I have to be the Debbie Downer who kind of reins things in. Unfortunately.
Sean, Linda, listen. This is not how
Linda!
Linda, listen!
But it should be to fun. You won't be missing much if you want to just tune in to the second season. I mean, we didn't get... Nothing crazy happened.
No.
It's fine. You can come in whenever.
You need to know 3 things. Tilda likes eel sandwiches.
Yep.
That is very important.
I love Tilda.
Echo got someone fired from their job at a university.
True.
And replaced them.
Replaced them.
Sylph takes people on questionable dates.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know.
Sylph is a crazy cultist.
People's gondolas to take them on crazy dates.
Sylph asks to take people's gondolas. Thank you very much.
I feel like there was something about the gondola situation that was not covered on the date.
I was taking them back to the hideout. Yeah.
I was revealing the hideout for the sake of the date. That's what it was.
Anyways, anything important can be covered once again very easily. So no worries. No worries if you're just joining us for the second kind of part. But should be fun. I'll be making a couple of small mechanic changes to sort of to some small aspects that were not really working as well as we'd like. But
no more
otherwise,
sixes.
No, 6s out the window.
Banned.
I banned all 6s.
We're rolling
I
d5s
wish.
now.
No. Just entanglements was kind of an odd thing that wasn't really working, and we're hoping to maybe get a little more in character and a little more RPing within the world of Duskfall. So we'll be working on not just exclusively heist related things, but also
More
people's
free play.
personal goals. Yeah, and more, maybe a little bit more free play,
Cool.
which I think will work well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise I'm excited. It was nice to have a break because we'd been doing the first session for a while there. I was getting a little worn out, but I'm ready to dive back in.
It'll be fun.
And we'll see what happens.
So join us next week, same time, same place, and we'll do Blades and catch you all up. Have a good night.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Goodbye.
Like,